day I had one of the original hammers in the chipper break, and that caused it to be ejected into the outshoot of the chipper, and it didn't really cause that much damage, but went ahead and I've replaced all of the hammers with double hammer blades now. And these are just cut flat stock. They're 1.5 by 1/4 inch, and they're just sitting on a shaft. And I put 2 or 3 grade 8 washers in between, and those are going around as the impeller rotates. They're flinging out into that position and chewing up leaves and small brush that go in the top hopper. So then on the back side of the impeller, right here where these 2 bolts are, is where the chipper blade goes. And there's 2 of them on this impeller. So there's the location where the other one goes. I've pulled them both off, and currently I'm sharpening those to get ready to be put back on to the impeller so that I can reassemble the chipper and get that back up and running. These are the 2 chipper blades that bolt to the impeller of the chipper. I've already gone through and I've done a number of passes, in regards to sharpening it. That is the back side, and this is the other end of it. There is some chip out within the edge of the blade. There's actually deeper than I want to try removing, but I'm going to get that as sharp as I possibly can, and hopefully that'll be good enough. Most sections of it is relatively sharp, so I'm not really too worried about a few of the areas having a nick out of it. They're very small nicks, and they don't look like they're causing any structural integrity issues. So just going to continue on sharpening it up, a few more passes, and then I'll be... Well, this has been the location of the sharpening. I've been doing it by hand. We have a flat bastard file here, and I started off running the blades, chipper blades, on this, and then I switched over, started using a sheet of 120 grit, and now I've been running it on 220. So now we're on to 220 grit. All I do is I lay the sandpaper on this just so it's running across the rigidness of the stock, the flat stock, and the file that's sitting on top of it to keep it from bending, and that provides a very smooth or very flat surface to be trying to sharpen with. Here is the main idea. Basically, running the blade back and forth across the top of the sandpaper to remove an even amount, hopefully, of material. Just trying to smooth out the blade edge. And I've been doing this with two hands holding the blade, running it across. And you can see there is some metal being shaved off by the sandpaper, and still some tiny scratches across there from the sandpaper, but I think it's fairly acceptable. So that's basically the idea. Sharpening the chipper blades in the attempt of trying to get it to cut better. Last time I used it, it was the blades really were not what I would have considered to have been dull. But the performance of the chipper, the last time that I used it trying to cut through the branch shoot, it was not happening. The branches going in were not being touched hardly at all. So I believe they just needed, I'm hoping that the blades just needed sharpened up a little bit, and we'll see how this works. Hopefully this resolves the lack of chipping issue. The hammers are working fine. The new hammers are working fine, and the like I said, the chipper blades were the only issue currently. So hopefully they're going to be in better shape, and I'll be able to do a better job and quicker and less fighting with the chipper. Fingers crossed.